Welcome to the Yamaha digital piano tutorial. I'm Jennifer Levitan. Today we're going to talk about what it takes to play this instrument, make some basic sounds, and for some more advanced features. So let's get started. The first thing is how to make a basic piano sound. On the far left-hand corner, you'll see a little black button. That's the power button. It acts as a toggle switch to turn the instrument on and off. Beside that is the master volume. Leave that about 3 o'clock position, which leaves good sound. And that's it. You can put your hands on and start playing. Keyboard geography. Let's take a look around at what you see in front of you. The first set of buttons, these are referred to the style buttons and the song buttons. They help you record songs and add drums and beats. In the middle section, you'll see a screen. That tells you what's going on. On the right-hand side, this is where you can change the voice, style, song, and input numbers. Now let's take a closer look at the screen display. In front of you, you will see a number of numbers. So let's take a look. At the top, there's a transpose, and it tells you how fast you're playing. There also has a voice section. This tells us that right now we're on number 1, live grand piano. That's the sound you're playing. The song refers to pre-recorded songs, and the style button, well, that refers to the drum beats. In this case, we have number 81, rhythm and blues ballad ready to go. Now let's talk about one of the easiest ways to create a different sound. And one of the most common things that I use, in addition to a piano or an organ sound, I like to add a string sound. So first we find the dual voice button. Turn that on. When you hit that button, it automatically adds a live string sound. Here you can see it pop up underneath the grand piano. That means we have both a grand piano and a string sound being played, which is lovely for a lot of worship. Easy to take on and easy to take off. If you hold this button down for at least 2 seconds, it will then come up with other options, and I can change from strings to, well, any other voicing number. Here I've added cello. Although piano is my most preferred background sound, you are welcome to change the voice so your primary can be a different one, like organ, or string can be your primary. So here, you look at the voice section at the top of the piano and find a number. So here, I'm going to type in voice, and I'm looking for that organ sound. So I start with number 21, 2, 1. You'll notice that it now changes automatically and brings up the section of organ. Cool organ is the first one. I can move along to the different organ sounds. See how these ones sound, try it out. And then by rolling the little scroll, I can zip along here and find another organ sound and try that out. See if I like purple organ maybe. This is the part where you get to play around. So give yourself many hours to just explore, experiment, and remember to write down those favorite voice sounds. Now let's talk about where we can find that beloved transpose button, especially when our vocalists need our song to go up or down by a few semitones or tones. So first thing you're going to do is hit the function key. This opens up a layer of pages. Inside, you can go to the left and to the right using the category buttons, and you'll find a number of different categories, including the transpose. When you hit that page, you can then go up and down using the little wheel. Of course, plus numbers, those are going up, and minus numbers are going down. You can also just type in like 0, 2, as I'm showing here, and that will create exactly 2 semitones above the original key. You can exit out of it in order to see exactly what your voice is and other things going on. However, you'll notice that even if you change the voicings and sounds, that transpose button remains at +2 in this case. Just remember, it's going to be at +2 now for all the songs you play, so don't forget to take it off. Once you're happy with all the voices you've made, let's spice things up. Let's add some beats. So the first thing you're going to see is right beside the voicing button, where we've already been creating different sounds, you have the word song and style. Style refers to the beats. So by selecting the style button, that's what's going to change the sound of the beats. So let's look how that creates a new sound. First, I'm going to hit the style button and I'm going to type in a number. Now I already know which number I'm looking for specifically, and this is number 98. When I type that number in, it automatically changes the screen. 88. That's the worship song. So here I'm going to type the tempo button, and it's going to now show me that this current speed is 75. I want to change it up to 80 for the worship song we're about to do. The next thing to do is push the intro button and start. Let's see what it sounds like. You can end it by just simply pushing the stop button at any moment you're ready to end. Another feature that's used widely is the main autofill. This button you're going to notice as I hit it, the backing beats change. There's usually a fill in one measure, and there's always 2 levels of fill for each drum set, which means there's kind of like a verse and a chorus. There's usually a bit of a softer one, and then there's a stronger one with more sounds, more instruments, and so on. Here I've selected the end button. You're going to notice it does an automatic end. The final button in this section, ACMP, stands for automatic accompaniment. When you turn this on, you're going to hear the lower 2 octaves of the keyboard now have become automatic accompaniment. Simply press one note and you'll create a C chord. Here is an F chord and G. You can also press an entire chord to change it. By selecting the ending, you're going to hear that fancy ending. Another helpful device is to see exactly what beat you're on. You'll notice the little light goes red for beat 1 and green for beat 2, 3, and 4. So now it's time for me to show you my top 3 style beats for worship and demonstrate some songs. So the first style beat I want to show you is style number 89. This is called the 6/8 blues. We're going to demonstrate it today using the song Graves into Gardens. So I've already put in the style number and the tempo. I've now selected the intro button, and here we go. Alright, we're going to jump ahead now to the ending and watch carefully as we switch over. I'm about to hit the end button. Here we go. Right there. That now starts the ending, and there's an automated ending for this one. It's a little big for some songs, but we've used it before in this one. That's where your personal preference comes in. If you don't like the automated endings, just push the stop button. My next favorite style is number 88, called Worship Slow, but we can use it in fast tempos as well. So as long as you indicate the tempo button and put in, looks like I'm putting in 1, 2, 0 as my tempo for this song. And after that, I hit my intro, prepare, and away we go. jump ahead to the end of the piece, you're going to see a transition coming up for the chorus. And here, I want to switch the beats so that we move to one of the secondary fills. So watch quickly here, my hand moves up, and I'm going to push the fill button. And as you can hear, we are now into a slightly different variation of that beat. Now, instead of using the automated ending, I'm going to demonstrate on this song how you can simply just stop the beats and continue to create your own ending with a nice ritardando. Our last style today is number 98. This is called Bluegrass, great for some country up-tempo songs. So here I want you to notice how I'm going to input this number and start this one a little bit differently. After putting in the style tempo, I'm going to touch the tempo button 4 times, and look, the beats start at the tempo I've put in. As I play the ending of this one, watch how I simply hit the stop button and the song is over. What a great finish. Thanks for joining me and happy playing.